So when we're, as we say here, on the cusp of modernising and transforming the relationship, looking at AUKUS, looking at the free trade agreement, there are lots of economic opportunities for both Australia and UK business and industry, not just for import or export, but joint ventures and to do things together, both in an investment and in a trade sense.
The theme today, small and medium businesses with a focus on professional services. The first question you have to ask yourself is, why is small and medium enterprises important, particularly in Australia? Here are a few fun facts for you. We have 26 million people in Australia, but we have 2.6 million SME organisations. That is one business for every 10 Australians. Together they make up 55% of the private sector output. They make up 66% of all private workers, and they make up 55% of all private wages.
So it is really important that our free trade agreements with Australia recognise the key role of our SMEs and put reducing costs and barriers for SMEs at the heart of the deal. We need businesses to have the confidence to go forward and grasp the opportunities free trade agreements present.
It is not just about a dedicated chapter on SMEs. It's actually also about all of the benefits that we negotiated throughout the FTA and ensuring that those benefits are indeed accessible to SMEs. So that includes the elimination of tariffs on 99% of goods trade in both directions, but also about removing the red tape that slows trade down and that can be such a big barrier for small and medium enterprises wishing to export and entering the export market for the first time.
The Australian services sector is vibrant and growing, so it's creating a lot of demand for the services that UK SMEs are offering to Australia. You know, the UK is the second largest exporter of services globally, so we're very well placed to meet that demand.
There's a reason that Australia is already one of the top 20 export destinations for UK businesses, that we've done over 10 billion in exports last year. It's that it's already a fantastic market for SMEs.
We hear from businesses all the time about the fact that, it's been quite complex, and this should definitely streamline things and save time and ultimately money, and make it more manageable for businesses operate across borders.
Under the FTA, businesses of all sizes, including SMEs, will have new guaranteed access to opportunities in both government procurement markets in Australia and in the UK. And these are very sort of lucrative markets with a lot of opportunities. The digital trade chapter and the digital provisions in the FTA, they're some of the world-class provisions. The agreement has strong rules on data flows and localisation, and this is an effort to create a more certain and open online environment.
Some of the commitments are legally binding between the UK and Australia, so you have that certainty to know that if you spend time understanding the regulatory environment and what it means for you, that it's not going to shift from under your feet.
We also assist, obviously, a lot of SMEs in professional service areas, such as, engineers, for example, who a few years ago are looking to expand into Australia, but are just so confused about whether or not they have to get, who do we have to talk to? Is there a licensing board we need to register with? So the fact that there is going to be this mutual recognition is really exciting. So moving forward, obviously, it will depend on the regulatory boards and the bodies actually coming to arrangements as to how it will come into effect. But having those conversations already starting to take place, it's just a really exciting prospect for us and for our clients.
This is really a framework that sets out to encourage these peak bodies to get together and to really work through how they can recognise each qualification depending on the sector and the particular things within that sector.
The door to opportunity is marked push, and I think that applies to the FTA more than anything. So we encourage you to lean in, and we have some panels and experts, and we want to support that process.